okay, it's alright, you won't be ready for long.
Nike, let me holler at you for a little minute, baby. Okay? Get in here close for the real thing. If you gonna waste the materials on this, then why not do what you were supposed to do and do it like this the first time? Ha! What up, y'all? Thanks for coming back through. Today we're gonna be talking about a gem. All right, this is a grail for me. The year was 1996. I was training. Had just missed the Olympic trials that summer, but had transferred up to the University of South Dakota, which would become the home of two of my national championships when I was competing. And the first year, I trained in a pair of AirMax 96s that looked similar to this. And I say similar, and I mean similar. Not nearly the same. Because the travesty that was the tooling on this one, come on, Nike, y'all did us wrong on that. But this shoe still has a special place in my heart, in my hopes that they was going to do it the right way. This was the 96 XX for the 20th anniversary of it. And they finally, in 2021, came out with what we've been waiting for. The Air Max 96 V2 in all of its glory. Now, what everybody remembers is that V1, because it was the more avant-garde looking one with those teardrop shapes. We'll do a side-by-side comparison of the uppers to talk about the goods of it. And we definitely going to be talking about the bads of what Nike did to us 4 or 5 years ago when they dropped that other shoe. Unnecessarily. Nike, you be wasting material. You be wasting time. If you could do this right here, then why the hell did we even come out with that other shoe, baby? Let's talk about it. So the upper on that 96XX was actually a decent rendition of what the 96 looked like. The problem was the tooling that they put it on was completely wrong. It was cheap. They tried to modernize it. Let's put it like that. And sometimes the original is just the best thing going. The original tooling that we see right here could have easily been done. Why didn't they just do this 4 years ago for a proper 20-year redrop, re-release, retro, whatever you want to call it? Why didn't they just do that properly? I don't know. Nike, you tell me. How come it had to happen like that? Because it didn't. Didn't have to happen like that. But alas, it did. So today we're going to talk about this. We're going to go through a lot of the features. And then in hopes of the way that they did this one, my hope is that the original 96 V1 will actually drop because now they got the tooling. All right, let's get into it. So running shoes back in the day were works of art. And I mean from the support, the tooling, the outsole, great waffle pattern. Man, we'll get into that. Anyway, the uppers with leather and nubuck overlays, you know, there was a lot of extra on them, stitching, a lot of overlays and such, but they were works of art and they were functional. Okay, like this shoe is a brick compared to shoes nowadays of the knit variety, more performance oriented by today's standards. But this right here was a performance shoe. I had it on earlier. The support is still there. And honestly, without the revelation of more modern materials, I could still run in this shoe. I could get up and go in this shoe. I used to get up and go in this shoe. So this was my training shoe, no lie. So let's get into some of what we love about it. Lacing system, beautiful. At the time it had that ghillie lacing system. Those aren't actually eye stays. Those have a cord going through them and then the lace goes around them. The oval lacing systems were big back in the day. So the oval lace wasn't flat, wasn't round, hybrid of both. Those to this day are still some of my favorite laces. You got your multiple pass-throughs to secure that tongue because the tongue was not gusseted, it was not locked down. And then, oh, the support overlays. So many support overlays. Front mud guard, the toe protector, toe guard there was nice and sturdy, had reflective 3M joints on it. Coming up here, you had your lateral support that would keep the shoe locked in. And then of course your medial support. Brilliant shoe, absolutely brilliant shoe. Air bubbles were tuned, I do believe. Although, you see, I've already wore mine, y'all. I already had mine in the car today. You had your max air bubbles in the rear, along with the crash pad air bubble that was slightly different. See the other side of the max air bubble. That one looks a little thin in comparison to what they used to be, but still a good go at it. The 4-foot max bubbles are perfect. I love those. Clear windows, seeing all the way through, seeing the support mechanisms inside each air bubble. Beautiful. Got the AirMax symbol on the tongue. Tongue is reflective. You can kind of see that happening right there. Man, this shoe is absolutely perfect. I mean, I'm on cloud 9 with this one. I'm about to travel, and this one is the one that's my airport stomper. This is going to get them going. So let's do a little side-by-side comparison and talk about the good and bad of that 96XX, how they improved it here for this 96. What up, Bunny? I got you. Cameo by the Bunny, what's happening? All right. Yeah, let's talk about some of the good, some of the bad, some of the ugly, and why this one right here is that perfection personified that I hope will lead to the 96 V1 getting a drop. All right, let's start in with it. Nike, what was you doing? I really don't understand why we had to go this route. Truth of the matter is, the upper was done quite well, okay? That upper is pretty faithful to how the original was. But the way that the upper was married to the midsole tooling was highly important to this shoe. It was critical, crucial even, to how this shoe got down. And they failed us. I love these teardrop shapes. I actually had the black and gray and this model. Shouts out to Finish Line where I worked. I love this shoe, man, at least the top half of it. You know, they hit you with the air bubble, they hit you with the max bubble. You know, the crash pad bubble is directly in the back. I don't know what they were doing with this, but it's thin, it's uncomfortable, it's not the move. It's just not the move. They were trying to go with a modern version. I forget what shoe they actually used this on, but it definitely wasn't the move with this one. Compare and contrast. Right there, I'm saying, look at it. It's stunning. It's stunning. What else can I say? That is how that shoe is supposed to look. This right here, no. This right here, proper. What you say, Hammer? Proper. Well cushioned around the collar. I mean, this is a faithful reproduction. Now, I will say that the fact that Supreme actually had the model that looked like that, in that pass-through, see-through, cutout, it was a travesty. That one was ugly too. But at least they had the parts, the tooling, the upper. Things were the right proportion, the right shape. So the fact that they had that and then came out with this gives me hope that the 96 is going to drop in its proper form. Got your Max emblem on the back, 3M reflective. Hit with the 3M reflective joints around the back. Like, God, this is just beautiful. It's just beautiful, y'all. If you can get your hands on a pair, do so. I got mine once again through that eBay authentication system. I paid box plus shipping, so I wasn't out any extra. Would have been the same had I ordered from Finish Line, Foot Locker, Nike. I think Packer is who I first saw them launch with. The women's color is beautiful too, with the red and the navy. All right, Nike, you hear us. We finally did it right, so let's go ahead and drop that other 96 so we can ride off into this sunset. All right. Y'all lucky I even had that other joint. Look at it down there. Look at it down there looking sad. Look at it down there looking sad. Nike, do right by us, all right? Well, thanks for rocking with me. I'll give you an awful look at these. Yeah, I'm hoping that Nike comes through in the clutch and gets us what we need for that other 96, part 1. Yeah, I'm glad I held on to the other ones. They were for sure in my donate pile because I was so angry about the treatment. But I was glad I had them for the comparison. So let's get them on foot. We'll show you, and we'll be back at you real soon. This summer's gonna be hot, y'all. I told y'all, hang around. Peace.
Everybody wants that life, no one really like you. It's okay, it's alright.